It's a big class, like 200 or 300 people, and I'm just one student.
I have professors which they just come in, they lecture what's in the book, and they leave, and they really don't have anything to say other than what you already know.
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I just think that it is a disadvantage of the University of Washington that we have very large lecture courses. That is just a problem.
It's kind of hard to get too in touch with professors if the class is huge, they just, because of statistics, I guess.
Most of the intro classes I have to say I've taken because I had a vague interest in the subject and I wanted to get a better idea of the courses as a whole. And other intro classes I've taken because most of the majors I've been interested require big lecture classes to get into the program.
I'm going to learn something. I'm going to learn something new, especially if I don't know anything about it, but I'm not going to be way out of my league as far as the specific topic.
The excitement of an introductory level course is that you're teaching a lot of new material. That's the good side. The bad side is that, especially at a university like this one, it is you're teaching to a vast number of students, and that just is a challenge.
It's difficult. The professors they seem a little intimidating, and just because they have so many students, especially in an introductory class.
In large lecture courses, you're more aware of the contribution of the instructor because opportunities for discussion are limited, and not everyone can participate in discussion in a lecture hall. So I do think instructors make a huge difference. I really do.
A really bad professor completely ruins the class. Like, I've had good classes with really bad professors and I just had to drop them because I knew it was just going to be a painful experience.
It makes a huge difference. If a teacher isn't excited about getting kids excited about their topic, it's just not going to work out.
One of my goals is to get students interested in this subject. And if I can't get them interested in the subject as a whole, at least part of the subject, or I hope I'll say something along the way during the course that will get them interested. Some great instructors at this university whose courses I have audited, and they're just great, and I think, oh, so part of their accomplishment is the content that they transmit to the student, part of it is the interest that they awaken in the subject matter, and then part of it I just think is the example.
Bringing in elements of real life to the classroom is always interesting.
So therefore would vigorously condemn the political system that we've adopted in this country and that all other current democracies have adopted, which is the system of having the people elect lawmakers.
PowerPoints, don't ever ignore the power of that. It is the best tool I think professors have right now.
To sum up, the people must declare the laws, but should not necessarily administer the laws. The people must declare the laws, but should not necessarily administer the laws.
I like professors who have a sense of humor, but not everybody does. But a lot of professors have a really good sense of humor about what they're teaching.
Their own private pursuits and were corrupted by endless, mindless entertainment that transformed them from active, free individuals into passive blobs that sat on the sofa. Just turned into mush. Be organized enough so that they feel safe. Try to project enough enthusiasm and excitement so that they are not completely bored out of their minds. But it's still difficult in a large course because I'm very far away from them and there's less immediate contact and they feel anonymous.
Where you've got quite a bit of diversity, you're going to want to talk to a lot of your peers and see how, not necessarily how they're doing the work, but what their perception of the class is and how they're interpreting it and what it means to them too.
When you go to the study sessions, then you're getting a different point of view, because you go to lecture, you're just getting the professor. And then you go to study sessions, you got students and TAs who are former students, and get more input that way.
Get to know your TAs, and that's a really good part of introductory classes.
Students don't realize how much they can gain from visiting professors in office hours. It's something some of us tell our students, come visit us during office hours, and it sounds like rote advice that's very meaningless. But actually you can get a lot from visiting professors, even if it's just a matter of how can I accomplish this assignment successfully, or how can I get a good grade on this paper or this exam. You'll be surprised at how much professors will be willing to help you.
It's like doing all the reading, I guess, doing what's asked, and going to class.
And then just be smart and strategic about the different components of the course. So if there's a lot of reading, figure out how shall I tackle the reading in a way that's smart, and how do I use my time efficiently and successfully. Ask yourself, how will I be graded? Will I be graded on exams or papers? And the truth is often the grade will then depend on your skill in writing good papers and exams. So figure out how to write a good paper.
Much of it comes down to tests, so you really have to actively study for them. And I've really gotten a lot out of intro classes when I've tried to put what I'm interested in into the material as well, because they get so much of the same stuff over and over again. It's always interesting to people grading or the professors when you add extra elements.
Notes really help for me, writing it down and then going back and studying those. So take notes. Take lots and lots and lots of notes. There's no such thing as too many notes.
Sat in on some fantastic lecture courses, and I've just been inspired by the instructors to care about the subject and to take it seriously. And I've also learned a huge amount from them.
Introductory classes I've discovered a whole lot of new topics just through these introductory classes and trying new things. And, try new ones. That's the biggest one. Try something you've never done.
Just take really random classes. Like, my favorite classes have been the ones where I didn't really know anything about them, or I didn't really know what to expect. And you go to class and you see how the professor is, and you see the syllabus, and if it doesn't look good, then you can always leave, but if it sounds interesting, then stick with it and see where it takes you.